If you are brand new to Call of Duty Warzone, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to tell you 10 things to do before you ever drop into a game of Warzone, and I'm going to tell you what to do right now. Winning in Warzone is a whole lot easier if you do everything on this list, so be sure to listen to all of the tips on here so you have the best chance to win. Unless, of course, you're in my lobby, in which case, second's pretty good too. Anyway, joking aside, there are a whole lot of settings that you want to have set correctly for a great Warzone experience. One of the very first things you should do with any new Call of Duty game is disable motion blur. And Modern Warfare has two different kinds of motion blur. You want to make sure that both world and weapon motion blur are disabled. You want to make sure that both motion blurs are disabled because you don't want your screen to look all blurry. What's that thing off in the distance? Well, you can't really tell if your screen's blurry, now can you? Another quote-unquote feature of Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the film grain, and I don't know why they keep adding this into Call of Duty. Sure, it makes the campaign look a little bit more cinematic or whatever, but it just messes up multiplayer, so you want to turn the film grain all the way off. The minimap in Warzone is very important, so what you want to do is you want to change from a circular minimap to a square minimap, because the square version of the minimap gives you about a 20% increase over the area that you can see. You also want to double check that the sensitivity settings are to your liking. Sensitivity is always a hot topic when a new Call of Duty game comes out, and let me tell you, there is no right and there is no wrong answer for sensitivity. Just play on whatever sensitivity feels best for you. For me, I play on about an 8 sensitivity, and I also use the Sniper Elite Control Freaks. These are the longest stick extenders that Control Freak has to offer, and I've got big hands, so they're really nice for me. They offer a little bit more control than some of the other Control Freaks like the Vortex or the CQB, which I also have those, but the snipers are my favorite, by a long shot. Did you get that? Long shot? I am not a Control Freak affiliate, unfortunately, so I cannot offer you a discount code there. However, if you do want to help out the channel, I do have some Amazon affiliate links in the description down below if you're interested in picking them up from Amazon. You're also going to want to set up a loadout for Warzone because there's this really cool feature in Warzone called the Loadout Drop. And what the Loadout Drop does is it lets you use any multiplayer create a class that you want in Battle Royale. And I'm sure that the meta for the create a class is going to change as the game gets older. Right now, the cool kids are all using the same meta, and that's a sniper rifle with a thermal scope. Some of the folks who aren't such big fans of the sniper rifle are using the AUG with the 5.56 conversion kit. That's kind of the go-to quote-unquote assault rifle right now. And it's my personal favorite too, just because the time to kill is very good, and it can be used at pretty long ranges. It's also got handling characteristics of a submachine gun, so really it's kind of the best of all worlds. I do expect it to get nerfed at some point in the future, but until that happens, I say use it and abuse it. I'd recommend a SCUF controller, or if you don't want to spend the money on a SCUF controller, the PlayStation back button is a good alternative. There's also an Amazon affiliate link to that down in the description. You're also going to want to get a microphone and play with friends if possible. If you're on the PS4, then I would highly recommend using the party chat system instead of the in-game chat, just because the audio quality is so much better. If you're looking for a nice headset, I use Astro A50s. There's also a link to those down in the description below. Once you've got all those things lined up, go ahead and drop into the tutorial mission, and it's going to teach you about the contracts and some of the other basics of this particular Battle Royale game that you may not already know. There's also a really neat feature in Warzone where you can play a kind of a miniature version of a Battle Royale. It's on a smaller version of the map, and it's really cool because you also play it against a bunch of recruit level bots, which I don't know of any other Battle Royale that lets you do that. I'm sure there's one out there that does. Leave it in the comments down below if you can prove me wrong here. And the final thing I have for you to do before you drop in is go ahead and subscribe to the channel here so you don't miss out on the latest tips, tricks, and tactics. I've got tons of videos on this channel, a couple of which should be on the screen right now, which will help you in Warzone and other Call of Duty titles. Don't forget to like today's video if it helped you out, and as always, thank you very much for watching.